Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday, the 31st of July 2024. In today's Millwall news, we start off with this from the southwarknews.co.uk. Millwall boss keeping an eye on the loan market as he warns of likely scenario that could change transfer plans. There is just 1 month to go before the window shuts. Neil Harris believes loan deals could factor into Mill's thinking as the transfer window ticks into its final month. The Lions have so far made 5 signings, with Macaulay Langstaff and Lucas Jensen signed from Notts County and Lincoln City respectively. Jafet Tanganga, Sean Hutchinson and Liam Roberts all joined on 3 deals. Loans could become an increasing option for Mill once other sides get their squad settled and see who has not made the cut. Last year, the Lions secured the loan deals of Brooke Norton-Cuffy, Ryan Longman and Alan Campbell in the final stages of the window. Harris told News at Den. If you look at the transfer window, you can count on one hand the amount of loans that took place before last Wednesday. And I think you saw a couple of begin to materialise at the end of last week. And that's just natural because, of course, every manager needs 22 players to fill a squad. And we had the Euros and the Copa America. Players have been away. So it's natural. Everyone wants to see their own players before making any decisions. For us, permanents are a priority, but once we probably get into the start of August onwards, then loan players do become available, and it's certainly something we will consider. Harris added that he and the club remain on alert in case any senior players express a desire to leave in the coming weeks, which the Mill boss insists is a likely scenario. He added, as I keep saying, there's always players who over the course of pre-season and before the window shuts, somebody will turn around and say, it's time for me to move on to pastures new. That hasn't quite happened yet, so I'm just mindful of that, and if it does happen, I will need to add to the group. It always happens. I've not known a pre-season where it has not happened. That would be a bit rude, I would say. Like, how long do you leave it? You wait until the transfer window, 2 days before it closes, and then you say you want to leave? Like, what's that about? We'll see. I guess we'll see. I guess if you think I guess it's like the pecking order. If you think you're in a certain position in the pecking order, then obviously the transfer window closes after the season started, so there will be games that take place. So if you're not starting and you're on the bench and you're thinking, whoa, here we go again, and you're thinking, well, let me just bail out, I would say if you stay, I mean, we are besieged by injuries in almost every season, which is why it's a bit of a worry that our squad is a bit thin at the moment. So maybe like the opportunities will come, and we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I don't know. Neil Harris has been saying this quite a while, so I don't know if he knows that there's something going on behind the scenes or what. But interesting stuff. One thing I want to mention is tangentially Mill related. Today, Steve McLaren, remember him? He has just been announced as the new boss of Jamaica, Wes Harding's Jamaica. So that will be very interesting on the post-match conferences. That would be absolute fire. You must watch that to see him do the patois. That would be hilarious. Now moving on to this from the South London Press via londonnewsonline.co.uk. Millwall boss keen for fans attending overseas friendlies to be replicated on a regular basis. Millwall head coach Neil Harris is hoping that fans being able to attend the club's overseas pre-season friendly matches is going to become a regular thing. The Lions recently returned from a training camp in Alicante where they played matches against Nottingham Forest and Real Murcia. And Millwall supporters were able to attend both games. It was the first time they had been able to watch their side outside of the UK in person since the 2004 UEFA Cup tie at Ferencváros. It was an excellent trip, an excellent experience for the young players who did it for the first time, Harris told the South London Press. Reintegration for the staff together. We have some new staff in senior roles, and the new players got to know their teammates better. I've got to say, as a football club, it was an outstanding trip for us. The players were excellent in their togetherness, attitude, discipline, desire to want to train in the heat, to play in the games, and respectful to the staff. The fans were outstanding. I've been involved with the football club for a long time, and I've waited a long time to see a well-organised trip where the fans could come and support their team. It was a great experience, and something hopefully the club can establish now and replicate moving forward. It's how old I am that I played in that Ferencváros match, and I remember fans being in Ireland for pre-season. It's a sign of the times and the way we're going as a football club. The facility we stayed at, it's first class, and the hotel was excellent. The facilities that we needed to get what we wanted to get out of the trip, training pitch, pool, gym, and recovery suites was all there for us. The games, Forest and Murcia were two top class games for getting minutes into the legs, and the quality of the opponent was excellent. Yeah, I think it was an all round good thing. I would say the fact that they announced it late on meant that by the time the fans were looking up to get the planes were Ryanair. They were about 130 quid on single there, and 130 quid there, 150 quid back, or whatever it was. And then obviously you got to pay for a hotel for the week, so it did kind of bump it up, kind of out of the price range of your average your average fan. So I don't know if that had an effect on there not being any trouble or whatnot, but there you go. Well, are they going to go back to the same place next year, or are they going to go somewhere else? They're going to go Portugal. I'm sure a lot of Millwall fans in Australia would love for them to go to Australia. Obviously, in the past we've been to Canada. Rather interesting that we haven't been to the United States, and despite having United States ownership, but hey ho, what can you do? So there, and that is literally all the Millwall news for today. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's probably out in the sun having fun. So we're gonna have a look at a few things, and then we're gonna end. So I haven't shown you this for a while now. It's transfers, the latest transfers in the football leagues and beyond, and concentrating on obviously the championship teams and who they're bringing in. And we see Devante Cole. I believe he's the son of Andy Cole, former striker. He's a striker himself. He's gone to West Brom. I wonder if that frees anyone up. Does that free anyone up at West Brom who maybe used to play for Millwall, who might be coming back? I'm joking. I don't think Jed Wallace is going to be coming back, but obviously that's a thing that does happen quite a lot, that Millwall players go and get paid and then they come back. Sam Gallagher has gone from Blackburn to Stoke. And then some geezer called Maktar Gay has joined Blackburn from Molenbeek in Belgium, and they've also signed Mafumbi from Nantes, and they've signed Carl McFadzean, 37-year-old. So Blackburn doing 3 deals in one day. I don't know if the owners check cleared or what, but or maybe they're lining up for selling Sammy Smodsix. And they've got a fourth one here, Yuki Ohashi. So they are ones who are delving into the Japanese market. Like I said in the video the other day, Japan and South Korea, their economies are not doing too well. Their currencies are down. If you have capital in currencies that are up against the yen and the won, not the dong, the won, you could get a deal out in the Far East. And these players are very professional. They want to come and they want to make money and they want to do well. Now here's one. Brereton Diaz, not in the Championship at Southampton. Obviously, we're playing them on Saturday. I wonder if Brereton Diaz will be there, featuring £7 million signing for Villarreal, former Blackburn player. Now, hopefully we don't injure him in that friendly. That would be awful. We've got Norwich signing Ben Christine from Aston Villa. Swansea sending Joel Cotterill out on loan. Blackburn, again, they've signed the same geezer. I don't know why that's there twice. What have we got? Cardiff bringing in Wilfred Kanga. Kanga. Sorba Thomas, this is one. We were kind of linked with him a little bit. He's gone out to Nantes on loan. Again, the French league, very, very sketchy in the French league. A lot of clubs are in danger of going out of business in League One because they don't have a TV deal. No one wants to buy the international rights for the league because PSG aren't flashing the cash and signing any big name players anymore. They can't compete. They cannot compete. There's no Neymar, there's no Messi, there's no Mbappe. They've all gone, and there's no one else to replace them. James Furlong's left Hull for AFC Wimbledon. We've got Harrison Burrows, one of Peterborough's best players, gone to Sheffield United. Interesting. Sheffield United obviously just came down. Bit of a problem with the ownership. And they're buying players from League One. Are they serious contenders for the Championship this season? If they're buying players from League One? I don't know, but we do that. But obviously that's all we can afford. But there you go. How far back are we going to go? Ryan Sessegnon has gone back to Fulham. Who else have we got? So Crystal Palace starting to loaning out some of their players. Teo Adaramola has gone to Stockport on loan. In terms of so Jacob Farrell has gone. I think that's an Australian team. I'm not too sure. Central Coast Mariners. Gone to Portsmouth. So Portsmouth bringing in an Australian player. I don't know if he's Australian himself, but I think Central Coast Mariners are Australian. Who else have we got there? So, yeah, pretty much it. Yeah. So now I want to show you this Saturday. See, Millwall are at home to Southampton. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. 3 o'clock kickoff just down the road. There is FA Cup football. Yes, in August, on the 3rd of August, with the extra preliminary round. Fisher versus Redhill, so at the St Paul's Sports Ground. I don't know what the weather. I think it's going to be decent weather, so and I'm pretty sure you're allowed to take a pint as you watch the game. So there you go. If that's your bag, if you want to do a double header, there is FA Cup football, and I love a bit of knockout football. The games are totally different because you do not get a point for getting a draw. You do get a replay at this level. Obviously, the FA Cup replays at our rounds have been kind of eliminated now. But at this level, I believe they still do get a replay. So, but I doubt any of these teams will be playing for a replay. FA Cup football in the non-league is very enjoyable games to watch. They are both teams trying hard to win the games, because they progress to the next round, they get more money, and it improves the team overall. So they're Fisher versus Redhill. 3 o'clock kickoff. Matchball sponsors Mill Community Trust. And if you don't know where the ground is, it's just up the road from the Rovrive train station. I guess you would call it. It used to be a tube. It's not a tube anymore. Obviously, that's that game. If you want a game that's probably not going to be as exciting and a bit more languid, we obviously have the game between Dulwich Jamnet and Millwall under 21s. Although I'm pretty sure they're still going to be playing a load of trialists. They went up to trialist J in the last game, so I wonder how many trialists they've got. So they haven't announced they've signed any of these trialists yet. And I think a few of the trialists have been the same players, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's happening. So you can take your pick. If you want to do a double header, you go to the Millwall versus Southampton, and you go north to Rotherhithe to watch the Fisher FA Cup game, or you go south to East Dulwich to watch the Dulwich Hamlet versus Millwall under 21 game. So there you go. And that is it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.